while President Biden maintains a remarkable break from decades of trade policy covering both Republican and Democratic governments. It makes it clear that the U.S. refusal to globalize full gas during Trump administration is not a deviation. Blending ArrowRight's tough stance against China with generous federal subsidies for preferred industries. President is reshaping the U.S. approach to cross-border trade to focus on needs of Americans as workers rather than consumers. Traditional trade agreements that are excluded from the president's strategy and disturb many business groups. It allowed American companies have more access to foreign markets and enable manufacturers in these countries sell more goods in the U.S. The White House says the old approach cost the work of many American factory workers. After counting trade unions among their strongest supporters, President criticized them for being irregular and self-defeating during 2020 campaign. It surprised some of business world by keeping customs duties that Donald Trump imposed on Chinese imports in force. When relations with Beijing deteriorated, it banned the sale of the most advanced U.S. computer chips to China, and last month added a partial ban on American investment to some Chinese technology startups. Leaving behind middle of his first term, Biden looks like his Republican predecessor, rather than the Democrats who came before him. White House in some ways trade. His policies are silent praise from some of Trump's allies, although he disturbs the moderate Democrats who see expanding trade as a path to prosperity and low prices. We are the midst of a long-term change U.S. trade policy towards a range of policies that are pragmatic, interested workers, interested wages and concerned with our national security, said Stephen Vaughn. He served as chief consultant in the U.S. Trade Representative Office under the direction of Trump. The next few months will bring deadlines for key elements of Biden trade policy and effort. Restructure global steel market with Europe. Negotiations for Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. And decide what to do about tariffs applied U.S. imports from China. Biden's approach rejects doctrine of trade liberalization, which has been in force for nearly 30 years after the end of Cold War. According to World Bank, trade rose from 19% of the U.S. economy to 31% in 2011 in 1989. When Berlin Wall collapsed, access to more foreign goods has helped keep inflation under control for years. However, by 2021, after Trump's trade war and epidemic, the share of trade in the economy fell to 25%. While the previous heads of both parties prioritize efficiency and low costs for consumers, Biden emphasizes making supply chains more resistant to unexpected shocks such as illness, extreme weather conditions or geopolitics, even if the cost adds. But what distinguishes Biden from other heads of the post-Cold War era is free spending on domestic semiconductor production.